Let me tell you something that's going to change how you look at every purchase you make from today. Last Saturday, or whenever you last ate out, you probably spent somewhere between 500 to 1500 on a meal. Let's say 800. You thought you spent 800. You didn't. You spent 8000 or possibly more. And before you think I'm being dramatic, stay with me for next few minutes because by end of this video, you will never look at an impulse purchase the same way again. This is the concept that separates people who build wealth from people who wonder where it all went. It is called opportunity cost, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Opportunity cost is one of the most powerful ideas in economics, but nobody teaches it in plain language. Here's the simplest way to understand it. Every time you spend money on something, you're not just spending that money, you're also giving up everything that money could have become if you would have used it differently. Let me say that again because it is important. When you spend 800 on dinner, you're not losing 800. You're losing the future value of 800. You're losing what that money could have grown into if you would have invested it instead. And compounding, the concept where money grows on top of itself over time, is what makes the future value so much larger than the original amount. At a conservative 12% annual return, which is roughly what a decent index fund or mutual fund has historically delivered in India, 800 invested today becomes approximately 2500 in 10 years. In 20 years, it has become 8,000. In 30 years, over 24,000. That one dinner of 800, 30 years from now, could have become 24,000. Now multiply that across every impulse purchase you make every single month. That's what opportunity costs look like in real life. Let me make this even more concrete with numbers you'll actually recognize. That 2000 EMI you're paying on phone you didn't really need. Every single month is 2000 leaving your account. That is 24,000 a year. If you would invest that 2000 every month in an SIP instead at 12% annual returns, in 10 years you'd approximately get 4.65 lakhs. In 20 years it would be 20 lakhs from 2000 a month. That 150 you spend on chai, snacks and small purchases you don't even register as spending, 150 a day is 4500 a month. That is 54,000 a year. Invested monthly at 12% over 20 years gives you 45 lakhs. 45 lakhs from chai money. That 15,000 outfit you bought because it was on sale and everyone was buying it. Invested as a lump sum at 12%. In 20 years, that's 1.45 lakhs. I'm not saying never eat out, never buy clothes, never upgrade your phone. I'm saying know what you are actually paying. Know the real price tag. Because the price tag in the store only shows you half the cost. The other half is what the money could have become. Now, if you watch the last video, we talked about assets and liabilities. An asset works for you. It grows, it generates value, it puts money back into your pocket over time. A liability costs you. It drains, it depreciates, it takes money out of your pocket continuously. Here's what opportunity cost adds to that conversation. Every rupee you spend on a liability has two costs. The first cost is obviously the money you spent. The second cost is invisible. The asset the money could have become. So when you're choosing between two phones, a 15,000 one that has everything you need and a 50,000 flagship one, the real question isn't the upgrade worth 35,000. The real question is this upgrade worth 1.1 lakhs, that is 35,000 would become as a lump sum investment in 10 years? suddenly the upgrade looks very different. This is how wealthy people think. Not, can I afford this? But, what am I giving up for buying this? That one shift in question changes everything about how you spend. Let me give you three examples that are extremely common in India and show you exactly what they are costing people. Example 1, the car upgrade. Rahul has perfectly functional second-hand car. His colleague just bought a brand new car on EMI. 8,000 a month for 5 years. Rahul feels the pressure. Everyone seems to be upgrading. If Rahul resists and invests that 8,000 instead in an SIP for 5 years, he would approximately have 6.6 lakhs at the end of the 5th year. And if he keeps that invested for another 15 years without adding a single rupee, it grows to 36 lakhs. His colleague has a depreciating car worth a fraction of what he paid. Rahul has a growing investment worth multiples of what he could have spent. Same money, completely different decisions. Example 2, the lifestyle inflation trap. Priya gets 10,000 salary hike. She immediately upgrades her lifestyle by 10,000. Better apartment, more eating out, more shopping. The hike disappears into new lifestyle within a month. If Priya had invested just the half of that hike, that is 5,000 a month, in an SIP for 12%, in 15 years she would have 25 lakhs. Just from the raise she stopped feeling after 2 months. This is lifestyle inflation, and it silently kills more wealth than any bad investment ever could. Example 3, the subscription trap. Arjun has 7 subscriptions: Netflix, Prime, Hotstar, Spotify, a gym subscription he has never visited in 3 months, a news app, and a cloud storage plan he forgot about. Together, approximately 3,200 a month. That is 38,400 a year. Going to services he barely uses. Invested at 12% over 10 years gives him 7.5 lakhs only from subscriptions money. The most expensive thing you own is not your house or your car. It is the collection of small, invisible, recurring costs that drain your account silently every single month. So, how do you actually use this in real life without becoming paranoid about every rupee you spend? You change the question you ask before buying something. Most people ask, can I afford this? That is a wrong question. If your card goes through, technically you can afford it. The question gives you permission to buy almost anything. The right question is, what am I giving up by buying this? Not in a way that paralyzes you, not in a way that makes you feel guilty for every cup of chai, but in a way that makes your choices conscious instead of automatic. When you ask, what am I giving up? Your brain starts doing the calculation. The 2000 EMI suddenly has a 10-year future attached to it. The impulse purchase at midnight suddenly feels less urgent when you think about it, what it actually worth in 20 years. You still eat out, you still buy nice things, you still enjoy your money, but you will do it after a moment of clarity, not in the moment of reaction. And the purchases you make consciously will feel far better than the ones you made impulsively because you chose them. They didn't choose you. Here's your action step for this week, and it will take you less than 5 minutes. Pick a recurring expense in your life that you're not entirely sure is worth it. A subscription, an EMI, a habit purchase, doesn't matter what it is. Look up an SIP calculator. There are free ones on Grow, Zerodha, ET Money, any of them. Put in that monthly amount. Put in 12% returns. Put in 10 years. See the number. Then ask yourself, is what am I getting from this expense worth more than that number? Sometimes the answer will be yes. And that's completely fine. A gym membership that you actually use and that keeps you healthy might absolutely be worth the opportunity cost. A course that builds a skill that earns you more is an asset. The opportunity cost calculation works in its favor. But for the expenses where the answer is no, where the number on the calculator make you wince, that's your signal. That's the money that should be somewhere else. Let me bring this full circle. In video 1, we talked about how conditioning shapes your entire relationship with money before you even earn it. In video 2, we talked about needs versus wants and the three forces that drain your wallet without you noticing. In video 3, we built the framework assets versus liabilities and how to judge every purchase. And today, opportunity cost, the invisible price tag on every rupee you spent. Together, these four ideas form one complete picture. Now you understand why you think about money the way you do, where it goes, how to judge what to spend on, and what every bad spend decision is actually costing you.
Comment if it hits different. Hit the like button, share it with someone who needs a money reset, subscribe for new video and see you next time.